Well, hi everyone. So, welcome to Echo Art with Carmella-T. Thanks for being with me today. And what is today? Friday. Happy Friday. To me, it feels like a Saturday all day. I don't know why. But we've got rain up here in Vermont. It's like 37, 38 degrees. It's kind of melting the snow away. I found a site. I found a couple of sites, but I wanted to share a couple of things with you. Oh, first, the class that I did yesterday that I taught with River Arts went really wonderfully. Hi, Isabella. How are you? Hey, it went really well. Most of the people who were participating, or the artists who came in, did not have, they had like a little bit or no experience needle felting. And they did an absolutely beautiful job. It's always amazing. Like they were just concentrating and working so hard. We only have like an hour and a half. That is not long, as you know, as an artist. That's not long at all. That's, you know, where you start gearing up to get your project done. So they did a beautiful job, but I've been wanting to come on here, and a couple of different things I'll be coming on here for is, yes, of course, the art projects, and to talk about, tomorrow, actually, I'm going to do some kind of a talk. You know, the holidays we're in now, there's a lot of talks about gratitude, but I kind of want to talk about being stuck. That's going to be the topic tomorrow. Hi, Isabella. Hi. So today, what I found is a website, and I guess I can't flip that. Oh, maybe I can flip this. Let me see. I don't think I can. No, it won't let me do that. What's this one? Hopefully I don't lose you guys playing around with these. Oh, flip camera. Here we go. Okay. I want to share this with you. Wait till you see some of these. These are gifts. Okay. I'm going to just tell you, you probably heard of this person. Sustainably Chick. Okay. Sustainably Chick. Oops, I'm trying to get rid of that. Okay. So if you want to go to the website and you want to like follow along with me, you certainly can. Now, who's there? Let's see. Lillian, how are you? And Evelyn, hi. So it is sustainably-chick.com. So it's a blog, and she gives us 11 sustainable DIY gifts for more eco-friendly holiday. And as you know, one of the big things that we do at Echo Art is we create with recycled fabrics. So let's check this out. Some of the photos were astounding. So these are things that you can make. Now, this is DIY in PDX. Okay, so typically a lot of bath kits, they're products that come packaged in tons of plastic, cellophane, non-recyclable cardboard. And you know, our theme again is recycle. The products themselves always usually contain a lot of artificial chemicals and dyes that are not naturally good for your skin. So instead, why not make your own bath salts infused with roses, lavender, or mint? And guess what, guys? I have mint plants that I rooted. Where is it? This one is this is rooted. See, I'll just put it in front of the camera. That is rooted right from right from produce. Like I bought it in the store, and then I rooted it, and then I got the other plant that I just bought for $2.94. Hi Paige, hi Emma. So here we go. Let's check out the pictures, because I was kind of taken away by these. Let's see if she gives the description with the pictures. Ooh, look at that, guys. Look. These are real roses. Is she giving us a little tutorial here? Ooh, this is how she's doing. So she's not, okay, so check it out. She's not actually rolling this like in a ball and making it she's selling it or making it to use loose like that. Now you got to be careful, okay? If you're allergic to anything, guys, make sure you take that into consideration, because some people they're allergic to roses and whatnot. Now look, she has recipes here, and this site that we just came to is called DIYinPDX.com. So she says on her site, we'll just highlight it. She goes, if you don't get around to making these rose bath salts for Valentine's Day, if someone happens to get you roses for the holiday, or you get them yourself, you can dry the rose petals after the flowers have faded. And then she says, see directions below. So in other words, keep the petals, and she will tell you how to make these without pesticides. That's what she's saying. So, hi Coda, hi SKZ, and Unicorn, and Ray Dunbar 24, and Eli, and A lesson 3. How are you? And Brianna. Hi Brianna. I know Brianna. How are you? Look at these. So what a beautiful gift that would make. But like I said, we got to all be really smart and make sure we're studying the, recipe, and we know really that it's safe and everything for whoever we're making it for. Okay, so that's one gift idea. I think she gives us 11, right? Yeah, she gives us 11. So the second one is called Shower Steamers, and this is by Sustainable Cooks. And if your gift recipient is more of a shower person, don't worry, because there's this gift. Okay, so the recipe for DIY showers. Let's see what this looks like. So, homemade Vicks Soother tablets. Oh, how cutesy. This must be what it is right here. So festive. And it's a different idea. I guess you put it in the shower. Do you remember the commercials for Vicks Vapor Shower Tablets thingies? I do not. Do any of you remember that? Hi, Payson67 and Jalen. How are you guys? Julie and Christy. Hey, 67. Guess what? Last night when I went to teach, we happened to have it in the library this time, and they had a newspaper from 1965. And did it bring me back? I'll tell you what. It was a really big newspaper. It brought me all the way back to that time. I was really small trying to read the newspaper. I just loved it. So anyway, you take one of these discs and you put them in the shower, and I guess it makes these vapors, right? Because of the shower, the hotness, the humidity, and you're magically healed. Your cold is gone. So it's for a cold. I should make one of those, because I feel like I'm fighting a head cold right now. So she tells you how to make them, and the ingredients: baking soda, arrowroot powder, water, rosemary, lavender, eucalyptus oil. So again, make sure these are things that are all conducive with you and your health. You know what I mean? So that's a good idea, though. That's a DIY. And of course, if you try any of these and then you're like, hey, I love making this next one, I want to make. We're going to make this next one, you and me together, maybe tomorrow. Hi, Alyssa, and let me see here. Allison And Kai, is that Kai? Jenna Dal. Hi guys, how are you? So check out these tea bags. So this says encourage your friends and families to slow down with a nice cup of tea in a quiet moment over the holidays. These tea bags are filled with dozens of microplastics. Oh, she's just saying what typical tea bags have microplastics in them and nanoplastics. So let's check out the earth-friendly tea bag. Look at this. Look at this. Is that just not just too adorable? I think that's why I'm getting into the miniatures. They're just so darn cute. I mean, aesthetically, look at that. So that's pink and roses, but you can always do blue or, you know, whatever, or geo designs. It says, why not make your own tea bags? And, hi, love, let's see here. Lovin' Eli and Blessed and Gia. Hi, guys. So we'd like to believe that the tea industry has it all sorted with safe, sterile tea bags for billions of daily cups of tea consumed around the globe. Unfortunately, this is not true. She gives a link to a recent study. So, you know, yeah, I bet there's some numbers there. Conducted at the McGill University of Montreal. I almost went to that university, guys, but I could not swing it. I couldn't leave my kids. I'd have to leave them 1 week in every month, and they were too little. So unfortunately, this is not, okay, so researchers found that a plastic tea bag was left in 95 degrees centigrade water to make up 1 cup of tea, up to 3.1 billion nanoplastics and 11.6 billion microplastics. Oh, wow. So let's go down a little further. She must be making this out of cotton. We have a quick, easy pattern for you to make your cloth tea bags using a safe, organic cotton fabric that is not bleached with chlorine. This is so important. So if you're going to make, like, you know how they make those cotton bowls and plates and stuff like that. So yeah, you definitely want to make sure it's organic cotton. And so just search for that, you know, when you're looking for fabric. Be very careful if you are thrifting. So if you're thrifting, a lot of times you will find the remnants that actually say 100% cotton. You'll find them. But this, you want to make sure it's not bleached with chlorine. So yes, some tea bag manufacturers will bleach their tea bag material with chlorine, and traces of these toxic chlorine compounds remain in the bags. So the reason we're emphasizing all of this, for those of you just joining, is we are looking at earth-friendly DIYs for the holiday, for holiday gifts. So these are adorable little gift bag, tea bags. So, oh, and then she goes on, some people suffering with mold allergies are advised by health experts to buy loose leaf tea because certain tea bags can, if not properly sterilized, cause an allergic reaction if mold forms on the tea bag. So I will tell you, as a textile person, mold can happen very, very, very quickly. Like even me, like I save the little coffee grounds for my plants, and if they don't have air to dry out first before I put them in the little jar, there will be mold in that jar within days. So, hi Jacqueline and Gia. So, you know, you can use coffee grounds and tea remnants or grounds to also dye other fabrics, by the way. So if you make these little tea bags, that's just an idea. So anyway, she talks more about natural fabrics. Look at this. Look at the little tea bag in the teacup. Do you just love that? I totally want to make some of those. So she gives a tutorial. So that is by hellosewing.com. So she gives a whole tutorial on that. Is that just lovely? I love the aesthetics. Okay, thank you, Hello Sewing. Thank you. So we're going to go out of that. So the next one on the list, and I love, love, love this too. This is pressed flower candlesticks. So this is by Little Pine Learners. And she says candlesticks are a timeless classic in home decor. And they really are. I mean, people have even if they don't ever use a candle, you're going to find one of these, not these particular, but a decorative candle in their home. So, but this DIY project has featured on all the interior design feeds and blogs lately. Usually decorated candlesticks are more of a splurge when they're bought in store, but these are so simple to make. Okay, let's check these out. This is by Little Pine Learners. Oh, look. Let's get all the advertisements out. Look at this. Look at these. Look at those. Are those just... And they're very simple. Look at the simple little flowers. Whimsical kind of little leaves. That's just lovely. So that, it looks like she's painting those on, but she says they're pressed flowers. Today we're mixing a couple of my favorite things, flowers and candles. These were really fun to make, and she goes, I look forward to making more. If you're wondering if this craft is suitable for children, I would definitely suggest assisting them. Okay, so that's what she says. And so taper candles, these are your supplies that you would get. Flowers and leaves, tea light candles, and match or lighter, and small paintbrushes. So yeah, I think she's painting them on. It sounded like she was pressing them on. Let's see here. Let's just take a quick look at the tutorial. Oh, these are real flowers. You see them right here? She has, this is the candle. I don't know if you can see it. It's on the plate. It's a white candle. Let's see here. Okay, she's painting them on, or she's gluing them on. Oh, I found it helpful to press down stubborn areas of the flowers and leaves into the soft, wax. Let me see what she's doing up here. Paintbrush, dip the paintbrush in the candle and gently spread the melted wax on the flower. So that's how she's getting it to stay on the candle, is with wax. Okay, that's why you need a little tea candle. You see here? This is the tea candle. So her directions, she gives you more detailed directives, but she's using the wax from it. That's very ingenious. I totally love, love, love that. So that is by littlepinelearners.com. So she is using real flowers. I've always wondered about that. Like when the candle melts down to the flower, does it burn, or what's going on there? Anyway, that would be some little research to do. But that's a lovely DIY. So I'm sure she has researched all of that. So this is a stovetop potpourri. So it sounds like it's like a little bit different spin on potpourri. Let's see who's there. Hi, Boo. Bartholomew. How are you guys today? And Kate, how are you? Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. And Mohammed, how are you? If you guys, Mohammed and Kate, DM me and talk to me, after, like in between the shows and stuff, then I can get a better idea on what your podcast is about, because I would very much like to be on a podcast with someone. Yes, I would. So let me know some more detail. I'd love to learn about what you're doing. Stovetop Potpourri. This is by the Echo Hub. Oh, look, they spell Echo the same way I do, ECO. Hub. So let's check this out. So the echohub.com. And she tells you how. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, look at that. I love these oranges burnt, or the citrus. So I guess it could be lemon or lime or orange. Is that lovely? Ooh, this is rosemary. So I know that because my rosemary herb is growing very well. The finches pretty much took apart one of the peppermint plants that I had grown from rooting it. The other one, I have a couple of them. And so we're letting that rest. So she says this particular recipe is 2 oranges, 2 lemons, and 2 limes. Okay, how easy is that? Look at this. Look how pretty that is. This is the key, guys. It's taking, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be complicated. It's just something simple and thoughtful, and you're taking your time with it, and it's just so adorable. You can get little jars like this and put little twine around them. We're going to do some of these because you put the little twine around them and then they just look so rustic. They're just so adorable. Hi, Lay's Chips and Alyssa and Cherry. How are you guys today? So look how pretty that is. Okay. And then she shows the little jar. She gives you a video. And she has her little card. And she says here's some other great combinations. Apple, cinnamon sticks, and vanilla. Juniper berries, rosemary, and pine needles. I love that idea right there. Lemon slices, vanilla, and rosemary. So these are DIY potpourri for those of you just kind of joining or going by. Hi, DIY. Hi. How are you? I bet you're enjoying this. And then another idea is orange slices, cinnamon sticks, and a whole clove. So that's pretty cool. Okay, let's see what's next. So that was Stovetop Potpourri by the Echo Hub. So you just put in the echohub.com. So this is, these ideas, you're noticing they're not novel. Festive wreath. How many wreaths have we seen? But let's see what's different about her wreaths. Number one difference is they're earth-friendly. There's a lot of ways now to make wreaths, like recycled and whatnot. So this is her wreath, look. You see what this is right here? You can see right off the bat. It's just a very thin piece of twig. That's all that is. She's using, this is a minimalist style. She's using pine and a little ribbon. Let's see what she says here. Today's post is all about creating natural Christmas wreath and swag from fresh greens. So, okay, that's what it looks like, what we were just looking at. And, let's see, who's that there? ID, I missed it, I'm sorry. So here is, you see how she's using a little wire to kind of pull it together. A lot of times you can soak the branches in water and get them to bend without breaking. So that's probably what she did. And she just shows you in detail. She's probably using floral wire. I would use twine or something for even tying these on. You may have to use a little fabric glue to make sure that it stays. And there you go. That's just very sweet and cute. I love that. That's called hearthandvine.com. She shows you how to make a natural Christmas wreath. No plastics, none of that stuff. Okay, so these are macrame ornaments. I love macrame. I'm going to tell you, before I crocheted, which I was very young, 9 or 10, I did macrame items. And it was because I had a babysitter who used to macrame, and she showed me how to do the macrame, and I was making little tiny things. Look how adorable these are. Okay, look at the tree. Let me get over here. The tree. So this is by macrameforbeginners.com. And these are DIY Christmas decorations that you can do that are earth friendly. So let's see. These are the items she shows you how to do. A Christmas star. Here's another wreath. Look at I love the black and white minimalist there. That's a lovely. And a tree and some little ornaments. These are really nice right here. Those don't look really difficult. I'm going to be honest, they don't look difficult to make. It's the same type of wrap as you go around. And yeah, you can make different colors. So that's another. And she has 18 gorgeous DIY macrame. Oh, she has 18? So we only saw those few. Oh, look at the little reindeer. How cute is that? Hi, Isla and Joby Bacoby. Hi. Let's see. So she shows us another wreath. She's just showing different ways to do the Christmas trees, more stars. Look how she's using the earth tones. And she's giving you videos on these. Something I want to make is a rag wreath miniature for, like, for those of you who are making your miniature doll houses. I want to make a bunch of them and sell them to you. I think I'll put them on WhatsApp. I need to figure that out. So let's see. Now we're on number 8 of 11. And these are finishing salts. Many gourmet recipes use finishing salts for added flavor, but they're typically expensive and not something many people keep on hand. These finishing salt recipes will last stored in decorative glass jar. I bet this is adorable. Let's go check it out. This is by Getty Stewart. I bet you it's beautiful. Oh yeah. Check this out, people. Look at this. You see how pretty those jars are? I mean, they're aesthetically just humbling. He says worried about too much salt. And I'm one of those people for sure. If you're on a low sodium, I'd say low sodium. I'm on a no sodium, but I do have low sodium sometimes. I would recommend looking up some of my homemade seasonings that add great flavor without adding salt. Otherwise, use finishing salts is no more of a concern than a regular salt. So if you're a salt person, this is for you. So he tells you how to make up this little recipe and the little herbs to add. Look at that. He shows you what they look like inside the jar. Look at that. And he says use flaked or coarse salt, blend the herbs. So he probably gives you more. Look at this. Is that just gorgeous? Lavender. Just beautiful. He gives you the ratios, 1 to 2 tablespoons of herbs, of flavor ingredients, to a half a cup of large crystal salt. Okay, and he gives you more detail as we go on. So that is by GettyStewart.com, DIY earth-friendly gift for the holidays. So we have a couple of more to look at. And this is called Homemade Vanilla. Oh, homemade vanilla extract, and this is by Daring Gourmet. Okay. And, oh, look at that. Look. So he must be using the actual vanilla. Look at that. You know, this type of gift for the holidays, because this is not your typical gift, and somebody would not typically buy this for themselves, but if they're a cook or a baker, like they love to bake and use vanilla, you give them some really good ideas by gifting them with something like this. So let's see here. You know, a good vanilla extract, when you unscrew the bottle and inhale. Imitation lower quality extracts don't have the same depth or combination or fruity or earthly fragrance. So nothing beats quality vanilla extract. But top quality vanilla extracts are expensive. So guess what? You can make your own homemade vanilla extract that will taste better than the store-bought extracts. So then he goes on to tell you how to do that. And you need vanilla beans, you need 80 proof alcohol, you need glass jars, and a funnel. So he goes into detail and tells you the recipe. So I'm not a cook at all, and I probably would not be able, I could probably follow it if I had to. But this might be a really awesome gift for someone if you're kind of handy with cooking. Let's see, who's that? Hi, Brenly. Hi, Brenly and Abby. And Max Riojo. Is that right? Hi. How are you guys today? So I think that's a great idea. So that is daringgourmet.com. Now let's see what our next one is. We're on number 10. Ooh, I like this idea. Now this is something maybe I could do. This is candied nuts, and they are by Sustainable Cooks. And let's check it out. That is a nice gift. Anything in the food area is a wonderful gift. So, ooh, candied nuts. Look at those right there. It looks like a glaze, doesn't it? So candied pecans are delicious and so versatile. You can put them in salads. You can put them on top of sweet potato. So I didn't know that. I knew you could put them in salads, but they're stovetop candied pecans, but they're not the same as pralines. They're not coated in shiny sugar syrup, and they don't use butter, egg whites, or oil. You only need 2 simple ingredients: vegan candied pecans and sugar. That's it. So from the outside, the nut looks something like it requires special equipment or culinary training, and it doesn't. She's saying it's easy. So she's actually showing us right here. There's the sugar, and she's just, I guess, looks like she's just cooking them right on the stovetop, like she said. She gives you the recipe. You can use regular sugar and brown sugar. Awesome. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful suggestion. And I guess you can put them in a nice jar, put a nice little ribbon around them. That's a lovely gift idea. Okay, so the last one is this is something I've always wanted to do, is the soup mix in a jar. So, and it probably lasts a long time. So this is number 11 for DIY gift giving at the holidays that are earth friendly. And this is by Hopefully. Let's check it out. 6 homemade soup mixes in a jar. So she's telling us, oh, look at that. Yeah. See the picture there? How pretty is that? That's the awesome thing about the mixing these, whether it's herbs or veggies, they have such beautiful colors. I guess she's, I don't know if she gives the information. Yeah, she gives the information on her page. So she has Italian barley soup mix. So this is a little bit of something, what it looks like, you see? Can you see it there? And she has a little tie. She probably is putting all the ingredients listed on a little note. And she gives you split pea soup mix. The dry ingredients you can put into the jar. Ooh, coconut curry soup mix. Yeah, I'm going to be coming back to her site. Her site is hopefully.com. Homemade soups. 5-bean soup mix. Okay, I can tell you something about this from experience. When you buy these raw beans, just be ready to cook them a long time. So I don't know what this recipe calls for, but oh, about 90 minutes, she's saying. Soup is thick, about 90 minutes. Okay. Chicken noodle mix soup and spicy black bean soup. So she gives a lot of recipes here. So let me see if I can flip this. What? Yeah, I never knew I could flip this back like that, guys. So I am so impressed by all of these sustainable DIY ideas that we just went through. So this is, let me just read the site one more time for those of you coming on board. sustainablychick.com. That is the site I just went over for earth-friendly gifts. So as you know, it's close to my heart that we create with all recycled materials, fabrics, and supplies, or organic. So, yeah, lovely gift nowadays, I believe anyway. When it falls into the area of food, I think that is so thoughtful because food is so expensive right now. And you know, mixed soups, dried soups, and anything like you can put in a jar that people, like your loved ones, can take and put on the shelf, and it can stay there for a little while. I mean, it saves them a little bit of money. Maybe the way you buy it, maybe you're able to get it in bulk or something that saves money too. So I hope that you enjoyed that. I wanted to just, jump on here and say hello to you. We were going to clean that table over there. And I had a lot of different little things to do today. I cannot believe this day is over, honestly, already. But I'm happy that I just got on here onto TikTok and shared that list of sustainable DIY gifts with you. So if you didn't see it, kind of go back and review it. You might want to see some of these. They're some really aesthetically pleasing and earth-friendly and just adorable little gifts you might think to give to your loved ones or family for the holiday, or to yourself. So with that, I'll be back on tomorrow, and I should be doing a video over on YouTube. I hope to get to it. I don't know what, to be honest, what I'm doing that video even on, because we've done the projects. There were a number of things I said I was going to work on, probably half a dozen things. So I'm just going to review all of the things I wrote down, and we'll be starting a project over there for sure. So I'll be back on here tomorrow. We'll be talking about the holiday, kind of a little pep talk, and then we'll be doing another video on helping me clean that table. It'll be a great Saturday clean day. So with that, you have an absolutely beautiful evening, and thank you everyone for being with me, and I send you love and light.